When the family turns up for Christmas lunch, they're gonna have absolutely no idea if this lawn's just a little bit thatchy and maybe due for a liquid fertilizer, but I will. So let's get a few things done today to make sure it stays at a really top-notch level. Yes, g'day and welcome to a new video. Today is 5 days before we host our family Christmas here. 4 days actually. And so lawn has been ticking along really nicely and looking really good in recent times. It's now like, not that it's all that relevant anymore, but like 2 months post renovation, 9-ish weeks or something like that, 9 to 10 weeks. So there's a few little things that I want to be continuing to do to make sure that we have a really good season. So number one, to maintain turf quality, regular mowing. If you can mow your lawn once or twice a week, and that's what I'm trying to do 2 or 3 times a week. Mow often, don't let it grow too tall before you chop it back down. That's gonna maintain really high turf quality. But then the other thing I'm doing is running over it and giving it a bit of a scarify. So I've been across the lawn once already and I'm just pulling out heaps of this debris, and this is just chunks of runners and just excess growth, just thinning out the canopy really nicely. And this sort of work that I'm doing, it's not 100% necessary. It depends on your goals, and I do want to maintain obviously really nice stripes, cylinder mode, looking pretty bloody nice. And so for me, grabbing my battery scarifier, hopefully you can see that right, which has these vertical blades, and just grabbing down into the surface there and just pulling up some of the junk and just thinning out the canopy of the grass is ideal. And you can get specialized verticutters and groomers and that kind of thing. If you're a DIY like me and you've just got yourself a little battery scarifier for your lawn renovations and things like that, you know, I'd love to have one of those verticutter groomer type of machines. But for me now, even though this is not the best, most specialized machine for this job that I'm trying to do, it still works. I've been able to maintain a fairly decent lawn in our time at this place. And so yeah, for me, this is something that I look to do every sort of 3 or so weeks in the growing season. It is Kikuyu, an aggressive growing variety throughout the main growing season. I'm looking to bring in some plant growth regulators and things in the coming sort of weeks and throughout the season. But yeah, for some reason you're looking to justify the purchase of one of these types of machines to yourself or to someone else in the family, then you know you can definitely get use out of them throughout the season. Yeah, Cooches, Kikuyu varieties, Buffalo not as much. You could be doing it if you're cylinder mowing your buff and you're confident in your lawn care practices. So for me, I cut this at 22 mil 2 or 3 days ago, so it's grown up to maybe 30 say today. So yeah, it's just going into the canopy. It's not digging right down into the thatch layer. It's more so just removing some of that above ground junk and some of those excess stolons, because those stolons will just grow on top of each other and layer away. I am mowing regularly, but yeah, like I said, still Kikuyu, aggressively growing grass type. So also getting out some liquid fertilizer today. So I'll chuck this next battery in here. I've used 4 amp hours to go over. I think my lawn now, since I've done that section at the back, is about 470 square meters now. So yeah, call it 100, 125 square meters per amp hour of battery, the way I'm using it today. But yeah, just tickling up the surface here, and then I'm gonna give it a cylinder mow, burn in some nice stripes, then get some fert on it with a couple of extra little goodies in there as well. Well, stripe's looking pretty nice there, and this direction will start looking better and better as the sun swings around to that angle. But yeah, just really nicely doing that with the Scarifying. Just, yeah, really thins out the surface, gets rid of a bit of crap. I do wish I had, like, yeah, more blades. They're a bit too spaced out on the Scarify, which is what a sort of verticutter groomer is. Has those closer, tighter blades, and I wish I could get down just a little bit lower in here just to disrupt the surface a bit more using that Ryobi. But either way, happy with the result. I'm even thinking if I want a bit better result with that, I might go, say, if my maintenance height's about 20 or 22, do sort of a 16mm cut, then use the Scarify so I can get a bit deeper. I was pulling up a little bit of sand there at times, but yeah, just vary that up a little bit so I can just disrupt the surface a little bit more. But in terms of an ongoing little tickle up, happy with that. Now, for the most part, you can barely tell the Scarify was even here. There's a couple little spots where it's a little bit bruised up, and there were a couple of areas out here that were looking a little bit singed because when I applied some soil amendments last week, the magnesium that's in there, the magnesium product, it can burn. So just with hotter soil temperatures, it wasn't a particularly hot day from memory. I think it was about a sunny 23 or something, but getting that out, yeah, just caused a little bit of burn in a couple of spots, but that has basically disappeared now. So if you're gonna burn your lawn, you really do wanna do it at this time of year when it's growing aggressively. But yeah, on here, I did that potassium and magnesium soil amendment last week with a wetting agent, so to help absorb water. 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I used granular fertilizer, so second one for the growing season. So I'll get that out again at a 10-week interval throughout the growing season. And now what I'm gonna do is apply some liquid fertilizer with a few other bits and pieces in there to give this a nice little color boost. There are some areas where the grass has really been fluffed up, and so it is gonna look a little bit rougher generally tomorrow than it will today, but hopefully I can offset that with this application. Oh dear, well, hopefully this camera angle is not too bad because I can no longer see what's going on, and hopefully this is actually recording. But what we've got here, the Lawn Tips Spring Mix, so Brilliance, Vitalise and Nourish. Excuse the new and improved wonderful packaging on this one here, but this blend of fertilizers, I'm using it about every 6 weeks. You could go to every 4 with it, you could use it every 8, you could use 2 out of the 3 every 6 weeks, however you like to do it. I made another video about that not that long ago, about spreading out your liquid fertilizers and different ways you can use them. Enhance is a liquid iron, so that is just purely for a color boost, which I want to do in this situation to show off to no one but myself for Christmas lunch. And the other product I'm putting in this mix is boron. So my soil tests show that I have got no boron in this soil, so whenever I use this mix of fertilizers, I'm chucking in some boron. So liquid feed, absolutely fantastic for getting a quick boost of nutrients, absorbed a lot quicker by the leaf than granular fertilizers are. So yeah, smack this out, mix it up, and get it done. Well, good to get that all sprayed out on the lawn. Nice liquid feed. It's going to give me a nice green up. It's already looking really, really good coming into this little Christmas period. So yeah, light scarifying throughout the season, consistent liquid feeding, consistent product applications in general. On that note, I've got my lawn programs on my website for cool season, temperate climate, which is Victoria, New South Wales, Adelaide, and it's adaptable to Perth, and tropical programs for those climates on my website, so you can check those out if you like. You want that direction and consistency with your lawn care routine. But yeah, I'm really happy with how things are going. As I said earlier, looking at PGR soon and just continuing to keep it ticking along. And I'm also going to be looking at a new camera. So hopefully I can get that all fixed up before the first mow of my new buffalo turf in a few days for the next video throughout this Christmas little period. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.